If you look around, so few have so much, while so many of us are struggling, and that's not right. So it's going to take a mass labor movement like we haven't seen in generations.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
So I guess the first thing to talk about with Labor Day is what is it? Is it just so that we can get a discount on mattresses?
I think it's a little bit more than that. Okay, so Labor Day is sort of our big holiday as union folks, as working class folks. It's our holiday. It's our day. And it was established back in June 28th, 1894. So this is actually the big anniversary. 130th anniversary of Labor Day this year. Congress passed an act back then naming the first Monday of September a legal holiday called Labor Day. And it just so happens that earlier that year, the president at the time, Grover Cleveland, had sent in the military to squash the Pullman Railway strike. So, having pissed off most of the union world and most working class people at the time, he thought, how about we just give people a holiday? Maybe that will calm them down. Maybe that will give us some, good vibes. So, helped push through legislation to recognize Labor Day just days after the strike ended. That was his gesture towards organized labor. Of course, most countries celebrate their Labor Day on May 1st, May Day, which is International Workers' Day. And it originates from America, coming out of the so-called Haymarket Riot and the subsequent persecution of labor radicals. But the celebration of May Day has always been discouraged here in the United States to keep workers disassociated from our radical roots. So that's why we have Labor Day in September instead of May. It is also first weekend of college football, first full weekend of college football. So I am pretty excited about that, not going to lie. It's pretty hot.
In your Southern Miss shirt right now.
Yep, repping my team today. We're going to lose almost certainly, but it's always that 0-0 right now.
That's
it
right.
Still can be hopeful
Your
right now.
Your record is as good as Alabama's right now.
Right, it's as good as Alabama's, and for a few more hours it can stay that way. So I can remain hopeful.
Yeah, we're getting Roll Tide text messages from our board op. So
yeah, they'll probably win.
Are they playing Alabama?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Alabama's playing, I think, Western Kentucky, so they should win pretty easily tonight, I would imagine. Southern Miss is playing at Kentucky, so we will probably lose. But it's all good. Labor Day, it's a good time for end of summer celebration. Here a lot of folks are already back in school at this time, so it's kind of like a closing of the summer. Maybe hit the pool. It's still pretty hot right these days. This week has been really hot here in North Alabama, so imagine a lot of folks will be at the pool. But it's also a time to reflect on the labor movement. And the sacrifices that workers have made, the fact that workers have fought and died for every advance that we have,
right.
Everything we have as working people. People fought for that from below, and they fought and they died for it, and they risked a lot for it. And I think as much as it is a fun holiday and it's a nice time to just barbecue and spend time outdoors and with the family. It is worth remembering the sacrifices of working people have come before us, and the fact that it's struggle of working people that has won us everything that we do have, and we have a lot more to win. If you look around, so few have so much, while so many of us are struggling, and that's not right. So it's going to take a mass labor movement like we haven't seen in generations. Really, I'm talking on the scale of, if not, the 30s, at least on the 60s. It's going to take that kind of level of people power to really move things forward in the state and in this country. So that's what I'm thinking about this Labor Day.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate. Yeah, and that is so, because with so many of our holidays, there is something like real there that we are always, encouraged to remember that, Easter is not about, chocolates and bunnies. It's about the rising of Christian Savior, right? That's how they view the holiday. That Christmas isn't about presents, it's about Jesus's birth. That Memorial Day is not, again, about mattress sales. It's about, people who have died in service of the U.S. military. Veterans Day is not about, this or that. It's about recognizing people who are currently in service or who are alive after their service, right? And so there are all these kinds of things that we are encouraged in popular media to, like, even as we have these celebrations and we take advantage of these sales, that we are encouraged to remember and solemnly recognize. But I do find that you do not actually get those same kind of entreaties for Labor Day, even though there are just as important and solemn things to remember about Labor Day. Exactly like you said, workers literally fought and died. Our government killed people. Our government assassinated union leaders. Our government killed people who wanted to work only 12 hours a day, right? And then killed people who wanted to only work 8 hours a day. And now we are allowing corporate oligarchs and the government to allow this to happen, to allow those things that people fought and died for to be taken back, right? I mean, there are so many people across the country now who do not have an 8-hour day, who do not have a 5-day work week, who do not have a pension or even a 401k or health care associated with their job. Millions of people have lost the things that workers fought and died for, and it is incumbent on us to solemnly reckon with that fact, to reckon with the fact that these things are being taken from us, things that were fought that were fought for vigorously by our forefathers, and to commit to action in the future, to commit to action to taking these things back and to win more. To shorten the work week even further, to fight for the 32-hour work week or the 6-hour day. Because we continue to be more and more productive in the United States and across the world, and yet we are working longer. We are not seeing the gains from the increased productivity that workers in previous generations did. So I'm going to be having a good time at the Labor Day parade. I'm going to be having a hot dog. I'm going to be having a cheeseburger. I'm going to be hanging out with folks and having a good time, drinking a beer. But I am also going to be thinking about how can I help build worker power over the next year, over the next 2 years, over the next 3 years? How can I support a movement that will make the lives of workers in Alabama and across the country and across the world better? Those are the things that I'm going to be thinking of over the weekend.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.